My name is Marlina Indrastari from the Accounting Department of the Faculty of Economics and Business, Bina Sarana Informatika University. In the era of globalization, it is no longer strange to use computers. But have you ever thought what the real meaning of a computer and what the components are in it? Well, in this presentation, I will discuss two topics, namely computer and inside a computer. Okay, first topic. Okay, computer. Etymologically, the word computer comes from Latin, namely computa, which means to calculate. So, in simple terms, a computer is a tool for calculating arithmetic. The definition of a computer is an electronic device that consists of a series of various components that are connected to each other to form a working system. The system in the computer can carry out work automatically based on programs instructed to it, so that it is able to produce information based on existing data and programs. Computers have evolved from generation to generation, from the first generation to the fifth generation. The first generation of computers using vacuum tubes. This first generation computer has large hardware and requires a large space. The interior design of the operating system is made specifically and can only perform certain tasks. ENIAC is one example of a first-generation computer. The second-generation computer using transistor. In this generation, computers have used high-level programming language, namely Fortran and COBOL, and the main memory capacity used magnetic core storage. A computer called LIRC was successfully developed in this generation. The third generation of computers use integrated circuit. The performance of computer in this generation is already faster because they use IC and already use visual display and can produce sound. For example, the UNIVAC 9000 computer. Fourth generation computers use microprocessor. Computers in this generation have used LSI, large scale integration, and have used semiconductor and microprocessor that are shaped like chips for memory. An example is the laptop that we use every day. The fifth generation computer for now and the future is artificial intelligence. The development of this fifth generation computer aims to produce computer devices that have the ability to hear, speak, see, and make conclusions like humans. Based on the shape and size of the computer can be divided into several types, among others. 1. Portable computers, easy to carry around, heavy and bulkier, usually used for research in the field. 2. Desktop computer. This is a type of computer that is on the table, a computer that has a spare CPU from the monitor and keyboard. 3. Palm-top computer, which are small and handheld. 4. Computer notebook are types of laptop with a thinner size. 5. Laptop computer has a CPU, monitor, and keyboard that is integrated and easy to carry anywhere. The computer has functions such as 1. Data input. Computer can receive information or data from others. Search. 2. Data processing. One of the main functions of a computer is to process data so as to produce output, which is in the form of information. 3. Data output. Computer to produce an output in the form of information after going through the data processing process. 4. Data storage. Computer can also store data. 5. Data movement. Computers are also used to move data from one computer to another. A computer system has three main components: hardware, software, and brainware. The first is hardware. Hardware is all mechanical equipment in a computer that has a physical form. Hardware is divided into four parts, namely input device, output device, processing device, and storage device. The second is software. Software is the opposite of hardware, which is an invisible component. Software plays a role in carrying out various kinds of interaction with a set of electronic data and organized by the computer. Software is divided into two, namely system software and application software. The third is brainware, which is the person who runs or operates the computer, because without humans the computer becomes useless, because it is not operated. Examples are programmers and system analysts. For more details, I will explain a little about each part of the hardware and software. In hardware, there are four parts, starting from processing device, that are useful for processing data coming from input device and running process in the computer system. Furthermore, input device for entering various data and instruction on the computer, one of which is the picture next to the mouse. Beside the input device, there is also an output device, a device that output the result of incoming data and has been processed by the CPU. Finally, there is a storage device, a device for storing various data. There are internal and external storage. In software, there are two important parts. The first is system software and application software. System software, which is a program that controls the operation of the computer and is the basic program that connects user with computer. Application software is an additional application that is installed according to the operation system, for example, such as Microsoft Word and Adobe Photoshop. Okay, then we go to the second topic, which is inside the computer. Inside the computer has several main devices that have their own important roles, small parts that have an important role in the computer. First, the motherboard is the main circuit board of a computer that houses the CPU, memory connectors for hard drives and optical drives, expansion card to control video and audio, and connection to computer ports. The motherboard connects directly or indirectly to every part of the computer. This shows the difference in motherboards on laptop and desktop. 2. CPU, Control Processing Unit, is located in the computer case on the motherboard. The CPU controls the activity in the computer system. A computer program consists of instructions, and when the program is executed, the processor is responsible for executing the instruction in an orderly. The types of instructions that can be executed by the processor include arithmetic logic, arithmetic instruction that perform arithmetic operation requested by the computer, logical instruction that make decision by comparing data and acting in a certain way according to the result, and move operation which can move data from one place to another. Processor speed is measured in megahertz and gigahertz. Faster processor can execute faster instruction. 3. RAM or random access memory. RAM is the short-term memory of a computer system. It is called random access because the data can be accessed in any order. And whenever a calculation is performed, the computer will temporarily store it in RAM. This short-term memory is lost when the computer is turned off. A RAM is measured in megabytes and gigabytes. Hard drives are long-term storage for software. Documents and other files data remain stored even when the computer is turned off. When running a program or opening a file, the computer copies some data from the hard drive to RAM. When saving again, the data will be copied back to the hard drive. Cache memory. When the processor wants to read from a memory, it first checks the cache for that location. If the location is in the cache, the processor can access the data without accessing main memory. The location is accessed at processor speed. This is called a cache hit. If the location is not in the cache, the main memory must be accessed at a slower speed, and this is called a cache miss. Expansion cards. Most computers have expansion slots on the motherboard that allow adding different types of expansion cards to improve the performance of the computer. Here are some of the most common types of expansion cards. First, video card, responsible for what is seen of the monitor. Sound card. 2. Sound card, responsible for what the user hears. And network card allows the computer to communicate over the network and access the internet. It can connect with Ethernet. 5. Computer ports are the interface between peripheral device and the computer system. They are hardware attached to the motherboard or on expansion card. They are often mounted on the front of the computer cases for easy access but will plug back into the motherboard. Examples of computer ports include serial ports, parallel ports, video port, PS2 port, USB port, Firewire port, modem port, Ethernet port, audio port, and this is an image of the port. Power supply. The power supply unit in a computer converts the power from the wall outlet to the type of power needed by the computer. It sends power through cables to the motherboard and other components. The power supply can be seen from the back of the system unit. The power cord is plugged into the power supply. And finally, peripherals are devices that are connected to the system unit using cables or wireless technology. Common peripherals include monitor, keyboard, mouse, speakers, printer, plotter, and scanner. Well, here's the end of my presentation on computers and inside the computer. Here, I attach the search of the material I present. Thank you to those who have paid close attention to my presentation. I hope what I said can be useful for all of us and see you again. Thank you.